No, it's not the sound quality. Sony does that better. It's not the active noise cancellation. Bose does that better. And it's not the slightly new design. They've only added the not so required things. It's also not the improved battery life. They were pretty bad to begin with. And sure, they've upgraded all of that, but they still sell for an atrociously unjustified high price and are still very fragile. So what is it that still makes the second gen AirPods Pro so desirable? And sure, it's Apple, so if you've got the iPad or a MacBook, it'll allow you to connect and switch between them seamlessly, but it's still not what makes these AirPods Pro so desirable. It's three things. Three things that they've been doing, and they've done it even better on the AirPods Pro 2nd Gen. First, they've got a feature that makes you forget that you're wearing any earphones at all. It's called adaptive transparency, and it's a whole other thing. You can activate it by long pressing the stem here, and it's like a surreal feeling, and no other earphones can compete with that. Now, other earphones in this segment, they have their own version of this, like aware mode on the Bose earphones or ambient mode on Sony's and Samsung's. But they aren't as good as the AirPods Pro. It literally feels like you have nothing in your ears. Now, this does two things for you. First of all, you can have the AirPods Pro in your ears for a much longer time and not feel jammed, and I think that is important for a lot of people. Second, and not a lot of people know this, it automatically cuts off any sudden shrill sounds around you. And it does that real time and instantly. So let's say if a dog was to suddenly bark around you or a car was to honk, the AirPods Pro in its adaptive transparency mode will immediately cut it down and not startle you. Now, the second thing that they've done really well is how they've implemented the touch controls. No matter what, you do tend to adjust them every now and then. And whether it's the Bose or the Sony or the Galaxy Buds, I'm always anxious that I trigger the touch control, and it happens. But on the AirPods Pro, Apple has sort of completely avoided that. It's actually a stem towards the inside that you have to pinch or touch to make it work. And so the part which you have to hold to adjust is not sensitive to touch. So yeah, it's just that peace of mind you get every time you try to adjust. It's priceless. I mean, it's not priceless, you have paid a lot, but yeah, it's the best implementation of touch controls on any earphones. And lastly, these earphones are not easy to lose. See, they're small, they're wireless, and anyone could be responsible for losing them. Now that the case too has a speaker, it's really easy to find them with the Find My app by just ringing them. Or otherwise, you can always just get accurate step-by-step directions to finding whatever you lose, whether it's the case, the left earbud, or the right earbud. And while Samsung's Galaxy Buds have a similar finding feature, earphones from Sony or Bose, they don't. So if you are careless or you want to be, the AirPods Pro 2nd Gen would let you be. And you know, these three things are kind of everyday things of using any earphones. I mean, someday, somewhere, you might lose them. How are you going to look for them? And you are going to adjust your earphones with the fear of activating touch controls. We've all been there. And most earphones, when they sit inside your ears for too long, you feel stuffy. But the AirPods Pro, the 2nd Gen, they take care of all of these things very well. But there are a few disadvantages. First, the Find feature, it only works if these are associated with an iPhone. Second, you can only customize controls and audio preferences if they are again connected to an iPhone. And third, it connects to multiple devices simultaneously only as long as they are Apple devices like the iPad or the MacBook. So those could be big issues for a lot of you, but here's my personal take on it. I've used them for over 2 months now and I've never tweaked a setting. And I also don't connect my earphones to my laptop, I rarely do. Okay, so overall, I talked about these 3 disturbingly good features about the 2nd Gen AirPods Pro, right? But in addition to all of this, it still offers really good sound quality, pretty good active noise cancellation, and decent battery life. It may not be the best at these 3 things. I mean, for sound, you may want to go to Sony. For active noise cancellation, you may want to go to Bose. And for really good value for money, you still may want to go to Samsung, the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. But I think if you consider everything in totality, the AirPods Pro 2nd Gen offer a more wholesome earphone experience. Alright, so that's pretty much it, guys. I hope this was helpful, and if it was, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification icon and mark all. I'll see you guys in the next one.